Hey guys, this is Aniket, and in this video I'm going to share some tips with you that will make you a pro in the hide and seek version of Among Us. Now the hide and seek mode in Among Us is totally different from the usual classic mode. In hide and seek mode you only have one imposter and you already know who the imposter is even before the game starts. The host of the lobby gets to decide who the imposter is. It can be someone he selects, or it can also be a random person. Nevertheless, there is only one imposter in the hide and seek version and you know who it is. Your task is to run from him and try not to get killed before the timer runs out. The timer usually is 3 or 4 minutes. Now this also depends on the host. After the timer runs out, you get a final hide time. Now this is usually 1 minute. The final hide time is a bit different from the normal time. In final hide time, the imposter is basically more powerful than he is in normal time. The two main advantages that the imposter gets in final hide time is speed. The imposter is faster than he is in normal time, and the imposter also knows where the crewmates are. He gets a seek map through which he can see where are crewmates present on the map. He doesn't know who the crewmates are, but he knows where the crewmates are on the map, and he also gets this red beeping dots that indicates where the crewmates are on the map. Now you'll have to play the game to know all of these. So that's a brief overview of this mode. Now let's get into the tips and tricks. The hide and seek mode, just like the normal mode, has 5 maps: the fungal, airship, Mira HQ, Polus, and Skeld. Now Skeld is the map that most users are familiar with. 90% of Among Us players play in Skeld, I believe, and it's a really small map if you compare it with the other 4 maps in this game. So this is a map of the Skeld. I'll quickly run you through the various areas of this map. So this is the cafeteria right here. This is the med bay. This is upper engine. This is lower engine. This is reactor. This is security. This is electrical, and this is storage. This is communications. This right here is admin. This is shields, and this is weapons. This is O2, and this right here is navigation. So these are all the areas in this map. So in the very beginning, you'll start the game here around this table, and you'll get 10 seconds to hide wherever you want on the map. Now the first step here is to run in this direction. As soon as the game starts, as soon as you get a chance to run in this direction. Now you're not gonna go to med bay, you're not gonna go here. You'll keep running, you'll come through here, and you're gonna go to security first. The very first thing when the game starts is you go to security, and this right here is a camera. Now the imposter, he has awakened, and he'll start killing people. He'll start running around. When you use this security camera, it has 4 views. One view is this. One view is this. Another view is this, and the last view is this. So these are your 4 views that you want to see through this security camera right here. Now 90% of the time when the imposter he awakens, he's going to run in this direction or this direction. 90% of the time, not even 90, like 95% of the times. I don't know why, it might be something psychological, but this is a fact that when the imposter he wakes up, he's going to run in this direction or this direction, and you're going to use that to your advantage. That's why I told you to run in this direction, because the imposter is never going to come here when he gets up. He's going to go to right, or he's going to go straight down. Now you're watching through this security camera, and for the time being you are safe because the imposter he woke up and he started running in this direction. Let's say he ran in this direction and not through this. Okay, Let's say the imposter, he ran in this direction as soon as he woke up. So let's just assume that the imposter, he reaches here and he kills someone here. He then moves in the downward direction and then he kills someone here, and then you'll get your first view of the imposter in your camera. Your camera will catch the imposter. Now you know that the imposter is in navigation. Maybe he came from here and he went straight to navigation to kill someone. So you know the imposter is here. So that's your first bit of information about the imposter. And for the time being, you're safe because you are sitting right here in security and the imposter is like at the other end of this map. So you're safe for the time being. And then the imposter is definitely gonna run down from here, and that's when you know that you are in danger, because the imposter might come through here and he might kill you, or he can go through here. So now what you're gonna do is check your meter. Your meter will tell you if the imposter is near or if the imposter is far away, right? So when the imposter, he gets here, your meter will start detecting him. So just keep this in mind. When the imposter starts running from this direction, you have no idea how close or far he is. You cannot see him in your camera. Suppose, let's say there was a camera here, then it would have been easier, because now you know the imposter is running in this direction and you can run from here. But that's not the case. There is no camera here. So you don't know where the imposter is, but you do know how close or how far the imposter is because you have this meter. This meter tells you how close or far the imposter is. That's why it's used. So now you know the imposter is coming. The imposter, let's say he is here, and now you know that he is coming for you. So now you have two options. You can either run from here or you can vent as well. You can use any one of these two options. Both of them are equally as safe. It's all up to you. So that basically solves your problem when the imposter runs through here and he will come from you through this path. But what if the imposter instead chooses this path? Now this is very easy because this camera right here will detect him, and even if you don't see him in this camera is going to detect him. So in this case you are pretty much safe, provided that you vent or you run in the right direction. So that was the use of cameras. Cameras are really useful in this game, so use them wisely, and I can guarantee you that we'll survive till the end. So in this map, the security is the safest place to be. Now let's move on and talk about the next tip. Now this tip is when you don't have any vents left. Now the number of vents in this game depends on the host. The host can set the number of times you can vent, and he can also control the amount of time you spend inside a vent. Now this right here are your vents. Now these vents are really important and they can save your life in cases of emergencies, and you need to know how to use them. If you use them properly, you can definitely survive till the end. You need to know where a vent leads to. Now if you vent in this, it will you will end up here. If you vent through here, you will end up here. If you use this vent, you can end up either here or you can end up here. Now it depends on how you use this vent. If you use this vent, you can come here, you can come here. If you use this vent in cafeteria, you can reach here or you can reach here. If you use this vent, you can come here. If you use this vent, you can come here. So you need to know where a vent leads to. Where am I venting? Why am I using the vent? is the imposter so close that I need to use the vent? Is there any other move that I can use that will save that vent? I can use that vent for later. Now you need to be very careful when you're using this vents, and make sure that the imposter is not just right there waiting for you to vent out. Just make sure that whenever you vent out, the imposter is not there, or else you just vent it out and the imposter is standing right there waiting for you. You don't want that to happen, do you? So that is my tip about vents. Now let's talk about the third tip, and this is by far the most important tip that I'm going to give you, that I'm going to share with you. So listen carefully. Let's just say that the imposter is chasing you. You are here and the imposter is right behind you. The imposter is here. Is this color visible? Let me just change the color. The imposter is here and you are here. You're trying to get as far away from the imposter as possible, but he is chasing you. He is right behind you, and you know that if you don't do something in the next few seconds, the imposter is gonna kill you. So this is my tip for you. Instead of running away from the imposter, change your path and run in the direction of the imposter. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that this guy is crazy, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But this tip, it actually works. And it's because the imposter doesn't expect you. The last thing that the imposter is expecting you to do is run straight in his direction. So the imposter is gonna keep running in this direction and you're gonna run in the opposite direction. So what happens now? So the imposter, he gets here and you are here running in this direction, and the imposter is running in this direction. So the imposter now knows that he crossed paths with you and he has to change his path and run in this direction, because you just shocked him by running in the opposite direction. Now this is where the trick comes into play. What you're gonna do is change your path again and run in his direction. The same thing is gonna happen again. The imposter, he is now running in this direction. He will start running and he will come here. Let's say he gets here and you're gonna run in the opposite direction and you're gonna end up somewhere over here. So what happened again is the imposter again came here and you are where you began. Now you're gonna do the same thing again. You're going to run in the opposite direction, and the imposter now knows that he crossed paths with you. He's going to be forced to change his path again and he'll start running in this direction. Now you're gonna keep doing this. Run here once, then run here, run like this in zigzag motion till the timer runs out. Now I know what you're thinking. You will be thinking that, how long am I gonna keep doing this? And I agree with you, it's not something that you are gonna keep doing. That's why you should do it in the final few seconds of this game, when you have no choice other than to use this tip. When you have used all of your vents and maybe you are one of the few crewmates left, that's when you're forced to use this tip. And I'm telling you, it works like magic. If you do it right, then this tip definitely works. And this tip also works the best when the imposter has a higher speed than you. That's why I would recommend you to use this tip in the final hide time and not in the normal time, because in normal time the imposter usually has less speed. That means he has more time to catch you. Use this tip only in the final hide time, I would say. When you are desperate for that win and you know that sooner or later you're gonna get killed, use this tip. So those were my tips for the hide and seek mode in Among Us. I know I have not talked about the other maps in this game, but the tips that I have discussed in this video more or less apply to the other maps as well. So just try to implement these tips if you are playing in other maps as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.